Welcome to part 2 of my RE appointment video. I'm going to go over the results that have come in so far. So, the results that have come in, I'm also going to go over our treatment plan too. I forgot to mention that at the end of my last video. But the ones that have come in is in the DHEA sulfate. So standard range is 35 to 400 UG per DL. And mine was at 87, so it was within range. My prolactin came back. The standard range is 2.0 to 25.0 in G per ml, and mine was at 6.6, so again in range. My rubella screen IgG, and that just checks your immunity to rubella based on your immunizations as a child. And it is supposed to be greater than 10 IUs per ml, and mine was 29.8. So that's good. And then I did ask about my thyroid too, because I had heard from a good friend on my Facebook page that what a normal doctor considers a good thyroid hormone level isn't what a reproductive endocrinologist will consider a good hormone level as far as reproductive wise. So fertility wise, there's a different number. And for a normal doctor, that number is under 4.2. For a reproductive endocrinologist, that number is under 2.5. Well, for mine anyway. And my value is 2.05. So I was under. So that was great. Those are the only ones that came back from yesterday. I had 2 separate days of tests because I had already eaten yesterday. So I got poked once yesterday, they took 8 vials. I got poked twice today, and they took another 3 vials. Today they did the glucose tolerance test, the lipid panel, the comprehensive metabolic panel, and the insulin level. So, my cholesterol was high. I can't remember what it is, and it's not on my online chart yet, so I can't view it. But that is actually normal for me. And the reason why is because of one of the medications I'm on. It's not at a dangerous level, but it is elevated because of my medication. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just a side effect of the medication. But I am making diet changes to try and bring that down yet. So the chances are they won't work because I was just simply part of that medication. But I wasn't worried about that. My triglycerides were normal. My good cholesterol was low, so I'm going to try and get that up. And then my glucose tolerance test, if you know anything about PCOS, you know that most people with PCOS are insulin resistant. And I had kind of thought that I had gotten off scot-free as far as that went. But my fasting blood sugar was 101, which is elevated. 100 is the cutoff. So I was 1 point over for my fasting. And then I drank the nasty syrupy drink that is just way too sweet. It's like flat, super sweet soda. It was awful. And it was lemon lime. It tasted like flat Sierra Mist with a cup of sugar added to it. So it was awful. I sat there for 2 hours and just read and played around on Facebook on my phone. So the cutoff for that after 2 hours was 140. Over 200 is considered type 2 diabetes. Mine was at 195. So it was bad. So they did say that I do have insulin resistance. And they recommended that I meet with my dietitian again and switch over to a diabetic diet. So I am going to do that. Tomorrow I'm starting on what I've researched as far as diabetic diets go. And I'm going to start working harder because I do want to lose 15 to 20 pounds before my treatment, which is next cycle. Yes, next cycle we begin treatment. Ecstatic beyond belief. I cannot even tell you how ecstatic I am. So, this is what we're doing. We are doing IUI. We've talked about it, and our RE and his certified nurse practitioner that works with him, and the genetic counselor, and this random other nurse, feel that we're going to be very successful with the IUI, so we are doing the IUI. So now this is the plan of action. This is why I broke it up into 2 videos. The plan of action is that I am going to wait to get the rest of my results back. Oh, for the insulin resistance, I started metformin today. I take 500 milligrams once a day with evening meals for a week, then up it to one 500 milligram tablet in the morning and one 500 milligram tablet in the evening for another week, and then 1 in the morning, 2 in the evening for a week, and then from then on, 4 weeks on, I take 2 twice a day. So 4 metformin, 500 milligrams a day. So that's what's going on there. But once I get the rest of my results back and they decide that my tubes are open and all that stuff, then I start my Provera. I've already picked it up. I was jumping the gun, but I was very excited. And I take that for 14 days. Once my period shows up, if it does, it has cooperated before with Provera, so hopefully that continues. Once that happens, I go in on cycle day 2, 3, or 4, depending on if it falls on the weekend, and I go in for an antral follicle count ultrasound. If there are no cysts, then I get to start Clomid, and then they are going to do an FSH check on cycle day 3 and cycle day 10, because by cycle day 10 I will be done with the Clomid, and if my FSH level isn't where it's supposed to be, they'll cancel the cycle because the Clomid didn't work, and we'll have to look into other medications, which I hope we don't have to do, because then we have to save more money because it's expensive. Injectables are expensive and my insurance covers none of it. But I've responded to Clomid well before, so I'm thinking that it's going to be good. So if everything goes well, they will monitor me once my follicles are mature, or just one follicle. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm happy with just one, as long as it gets me pregnant. As soon as my follicles are mature, they're going to trigger me with an HCG trigger shot. I don't know which brand yet. I will let you know when I do know. And I will then go in the next day, the next morning, for an IUI, and then the morning after that for another IUI. So that's what's going on, and I'm very excited. We did talk with our RE about acupuncture, and he gave us a card for a person that is in the city that our RE clinic is. There's also one in the city I live in. So tomorrow, if I remember, hopefully I do, I'm going to call the one in my city, get their rates, see if they do anything as far as infertility acupuncture. Since it's a smaller city, I don't think they will, but I'm going to check. And then I am going to call the one that my clinic recommended in that city and see what their rates are. And obviously they do have infertility acupuncture, otherwise they wouldn't have recommended it. And see what their rates are and all that stuff. And we are going to be staying overnight in that city in between the 2 IUIs, just because it is a long drive and it is winter and the weather changes so much in a day. We don't want to go do the 1 IUI and then a blizzard strikes and we can't go back down there. We want to stay over there, and plus our anniversary is coming up, so we're just going to celebrate it on whatever day that's in and spend our anniversary kind of sort of in a nice city and just get a nice hotel room and relax and enjoy our time. So that is what we are doing, and I am so getting pregnant next cycle. Not even gonna lie, I'm getting pregnant next cycle. That's all there is to it. Be sure to add me on Facebook. I have my fertility friend and my Facebook linked on my channel, so go check that out. Fertility friend is going to be kind of pointless, I think, to look at, because this cycle is going to be cut short as soon as I get my go-ahead with the Provera, so I'm not even going to make it to ovulation this cycle. And then next cycle it's all going to be medicated, so I'm still going to chart everything, but still. So that's what's going on. If you want to see like our actual reactions before, during, all that stuff, and this actually ended up being a little more detailed than my detailed description in that one because I know more information now. But yeah, so that is that. Look out for that video if you want to watch it, and you can see our reactions like I've already said. And yeah, I will keep you all updated. I'm also starting a weight loss challenge tomorrow with I'm drawing a blank. On my TTC Facebook. We're starting a weight loss challenge, a few of us girls. So I'm excited about that. So yeah, I've said so many times, but I'm just really excited. Alright, I'm gonna shut up. Bye!